Buying a new construction home is an exciting journey, but it is also full of surprises. There are 22 essential tips you need to know before making decisions that could impact your home and your budget. One wrong decision could haunt you both financially and emotionally. Stick around to learn which must-have options to choose at the design center and how to avoid the regret of missing out on key upgrades. My name is Rizwan Pasha. I'm a broker in Northern California, based in Mountain House, and excited to share the 22 essential tips you need to know before buying a new construction home. As someone with over 20 years of experience in purchasing and selling new homes, I'm here to share what you should expect, how to avoid pitfalls, and save money. Let's dive in. Let's start with pre-purchase phase. You decided to purchase the home and on the facts-finding mission now. Tip number 1, pre-qualification. Builders often require you to pre-qualify with their in-house lender, even if you have been pre-approved elsewhere. It is important to know that you aren't obligated to use their lender for your mortgage. However, their lender might often give you incentives, such as paying a portion of the closing cost, which can make it worth considering. You can still choose your own lender after pre-qualification. Make sure to compare the builder's lender's interest rates and terms with those of other lenders to ensure you are getting a competitive deal. Tip number 2, new house construction time. Unlike purchasing an existing home, building a new house takes time, and that time can vary depending upon several factors. Typically, it takes between 5 to 8 months to complete a new home. Builders face various challenges like weather conditions, county inspections, and permits, all of which can impact construction timeline. Wet seasons, such as rainy season, can delay foundation work. Each phase of construction must be inspected and approved by the county, adding time to the process. Tip number 3, no exact date for home delivery. When purchasing new constructions, don't expect a specific move-in date. Builders provide a rough time frame instead of an exact date for completion. Only after key milestones like the pre-drywall inspection can they provide a more accurate delivery window. Expect flexibility in the final completion date. The completion date becomes clearer as construction progresses, particularly after the frame and the drywall stages. So be flexible on the final dates. Tip number 4, supplemental tax on new construction after closing. New construction homes are often built on previously agricultural land, which is taxed differently than residential property. After closing, expect a supplemental tax bill when the county reassesses your property based on the home's market value, not the land value. This tax is separate from your regular property tax, and your lender may not handle it. So be prepared to pay this out of the pocket. Incorporate the supplemental tax into your budget. Plan to avoid surprises. Tip number 5, builders' incentives. Builders often offer incentives to attract buyers, but these are more common during slower sales period, such as at the start or end of the year. These incentives can range from free upgrades at the design center to closing cost contributions. Inventory homes, which are already built and waiting to be sold, often comes with more incentives. Negotiate hard if the builder is eager to sell an existing home quickly. Tip number 6, Melrose. In many new developments, particularly in California, you may face a Melrose or Community Facilities District CFD tax. This is an additional property tax to fund local infrastructures such as the parks, schools, and emergency services. The Melrose tax increases your overall property tax rate. So confirm with the builder the total percentage of your area. In Mountain House, California, where I live, for example, taxes can reach around 1.7 to 1.8%, including Melrose. Tip number 7, lot size and location. Lot size and location are important considerations when buying a new home. Larger lot may seem appealing. Remember that it also comes with higher landscaping and maintenance costs. Premium locations such as corner lots or those in cul-de-sac may also comes with an additional cost. Corner lots and cul-de-sac homes offer privacy and safety for families with children. Builders often charge a premium for those lots, so be prepared for the extra cost. Tip number 8, house elevation selection. One of the benefits of new construction is choosing your home exterior elevation, whether it's a brick, stucco, or siding. However, builders often pre-select elevations for each lot, meaning you may have to compromise on either the lot location or the exterior design. Upgraded elevations often comes at an additional cost, but they are greatly enhance the curb appeal and the value of your home. Tip number 9, appliances you need to purchase. Yes, you heard me right. While new construction homes comes with standard kitchen appliances, they often do not include a refrigerator, washer, and dryer. These will need to be purchased separately, either from the builder's design center or from outside vendor. If you are on a budget, consider rolling the cost of these appliances into your mortgage. Although the builder's selections may be more limited than what's available at a retail store. Tip number 10, closing costs. Closing costs for new construction homes can be significant, often upwards of $10,000, depending upon the price of the home. Be sure to budget for these in addition to your down payment. To avoid private mortgage insurance (PMI), a 20% down payment is typically required. Ask your lender about your options like 80-10-10 or 80-15-5 loans to avoid PMI with lower down payments. Tip number 11, earnest money deposit. When signing the purchase contract for a new construction, be prepared to put down an earnest money deposit ranging from $10,000 to $20,000. However, some builders will demand a 3% of the final purchase price. This deposit will go towards your down payment. Tip number 12, builders' price increase strategy. Builders often release homes in phases to control supply and demand. With each phase release, prices typically increase. Buying early in the release process may allow you to lock in a lower price. The example I'm going to give you, let's suppose the builder has started to construct in a certain subdivision. The earlier phases of the construction, when they may have built 50 or 20 homes, the prices is going to be a lot cheaper. By the time they reach the midpoint or at the end, the same house, for example, that you have purchased for $600,000 now may have been gone to $670,000, $690,000 in 1 year or so. So far, we have been discussing the pre-purchasing steps. Now, let's dive into purchase agreement signing and construction phase. You have made the decision and in the process to execute that decision. There are many decisions you have to make, unlike when you are purchasing the resale property. Next, we will discuss the builder's construction framework. The most exciting part of buying new construction is to select the interior of the house options like flooring, kitchen, bathroom, cabinets, and two-tone paints of the house. Tip number 13, house insulation options. If you're concerned about noise between rooms or floors, consider adding extra insulation. Many builders don't automatically include insulation between internal walls or floors. So if peace and quiet are important to you, it is worth upgrading. Adding soundproofing insulation can make a big difference in multi-story homes. This is one of the options that is best selected during construction, as it can be much harder to add later. In new construction, you will often notice you can hear somebody's talking from the next room, or if somebody flushed the toilet, you can hear that downstairs or from one end of the home to the next. One of the big reasons for that is that by default, the builder is not putting insulation between the walls. Therefore, if you are noise sensitive or for more privacy, it is important to take that option. The builder 9 out of 10 times will not mention that. If you are educated beforehand, and when you go to the design center, you can ask for this option. Tip number 14, design center visit and option selection. Design center visit can be both exciting and overwhelming. Builders typically offer standard finishes, but upgrades can quickly add to increase the cost. Before your visit, it is essential to decide which upgrades you need versus what can be done later to stay within your budget. Prioritize structural upgrades that are difficult or expensive to add later, such as an additional bedroom, third-car garage, or extra lighting. Items like flooring, countertop, or light fixtures can be upgraded after moving to spread your cost. Some builders require you to pay 25% upfront for design upgrades over a certain dollar amount. You need to check with your builder what that threshold is. Tip number 15, the backyard is not finished. One of the major expenses after purchasing a new home is finishing the backyard, which is typically delivered as a dirt. Depending upon your preferences and the size of your lot, this can range from a simple concrete patio to elaborate landscaping costing tens of thousands of dollars. Budget between $5,000 to $50,000 for backyard landscaping. Consider more budget-friendly options like sod, mulch, or stamped concrete for a finished look without breaking the bank. Keep in mind that upkeep for grass, such as water and lawn maintenance, can be expensive in the long run. Tip number 16, structural items to decide before signing the contract, or by the time you are signing the contract. Before signing the purchase contract, the builder will ask you to make key structural decisions, such as adding a third-car garage, converting a loft into a bedroom, or modifying other design elements. These decisions often cannot be changed later, so take the time to consider your options carefully. This scenario could be different if the builder has already started the house construction and they have submitted the house permits to county for permissions. In that case, you don't have the choice to select some of the option based on which construction stage the house is. For example, the house is pre-foundation phase or post-foundation phase. Tip number 17, purchase hazard insurance for the property. Purchasing hazard insurance is an essential step in securing your new home. Hazard insurance covers the cost of damage caused by natural disasters such as fire, storms, and floods. It is typically required by the lender as part of your mortgage agreement. Shop around for different policies to ensure you are getting the best coverage at a competitive rate. Make sure the policy covers potential natural disasters in your area. Tip number 18. Read the fine print. Before signing your purchase contract, it is crucial to read the fine print. One clause to look out for is the builder's requirement that the buyer must complete the purchase even if the home does not appraise at the agreed purchase price. This can leave you responsible for the difference, which could result in unexpected financial burden. If the appraisal comes in lower than the purchase price, you may have to cover the gap out of your pocket. Ensure your contract protects your financial interests and discuss any concerns with your real estate agent or attorney. Tip number 19. Occupancy permit from the county. County inspectors play a critical role in the construction process, from inspecting the foundation to plumbing, electrical, and structural integrity. Before the builder can sell the house or the lender can fund your loan, the county must issue a final occupancy permit. This is the green light that your home is safe and ready for occupancy. The inspector checks every phase of the construction, ensuring compliance with safety standards. Without the final occupancy permit, the sale cannot be completed and the loan cannot be funded. Now let's move to the last phase, a close of escrow phase. Construction has completed and lender to wire the funds to close the house. Make sure to be prepared to sign the closing documents by mobile notary, to come to your place, or going to the title company office builder has selected. You will need the state ID or driver's license to complete this step. Once the closing documents are signed, the escrow and your lender will review those documents to make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Typically, buyer will wire the down payment funds after signing the closing documents. The day of the closing, the lender will wire the funds to escrow before noontime. Once the lender funds the loan, the title will register the new deed on buyer's name to the county. Now, the buyer is the new owner of the property. Congratulations. Tip number 20, builder warranty period. New homes come with a builder's warranty, typically lasting 1 year for cosmetic or minor repairs and longer for structural items. Be proactive in submitting any issues during the warranty period. Consider hiring a home inspector before closing to identify any problems the builder may need to fix. Set reminders to check for repairs before your warranty period ends. Tip number 21, fence care. Wood fences require maintenance to ensure longevity. After the first year of home ownership, it is recommended to treat or seal the fence to protect it from the elements. Tip number 22, we're getting at the end, getting the new house keys. Once construction is complete and the loan has been funded, the builder will schedule your final walkthrough and hand over the keys. Congratulations, you are now the owner of a brand new home. During the final walkthrough, make sure to carefully look around and observe any abnormality. Sometimes there's going to be a scratch, other times there's going to be paint or an item missing. It happens. The builders can miss few items as well. Walk around, take a pen and a pad, and start to jot down what do you think the builder is going to fix. It's called a punch list. At the end of the walkthrough, there's going to be a punch list which builder is going to take and fix it before you move to the property. Purchasing a new construction home is a thrilling experience, but knowing what to expect is key to making informed decision along the way. If you have any questions or need further guidance, feel free to reach out. Thank you for watching.